as Director of Civil Defense for the town of Shandaken with no compensation for the year 2015, and move its adoption.
I'll second.
Board Member Bernstein?
Yes.
Board Member Higley?
Yes.
Board Member Moore?
Yes.
Board Member Storm? Yes. Supervisor Taylor?
Yes.
Whereas the town of Shandaken is a member community of the Central Catskills Collaborative, which includes the municipalities of and one alternate to the collaborative. Therefore, be it resolved, the town of Shandaken Town Board hereby appoints town board members Faye Storms and Doris Bartlett as the standing representatives of the Parks and Recreation Board Chair, Marty Gales as the alternate members of the town of Shandaken and the Catskills Collaborative Committee for the year 2014, and move its adoption.
Second.
2015.
2015. Thank you.
Seconded, Stanley? Board Member Bernstein?
Yes.
Board Member Higley?
Yes.
Board Member Moore?
Yes.
Board Member Storms?
Forgot to recuse.
Supervisor Taylor?
Yes.
Resolution 50-15, advance payment of utility bills. Whereas under section 118, notes of decision 2 of the town law, the town board may authorize payment of public utility services in advance of audit of claims. Therefore, be it resolved that the town board authorize the supervisor to pay said bills in advance of audit of claims. I move its adoption.
I'll second.
Board Member Bernstein?
Yes.
Board Member Higley?
Yes.
Board Member Moore?
Yes.
Board Member Storms?
Yes.
Supervisor Taylor?
Yes.
Resolution number 51-15, resolution to pay all bills, whereas the Department of Audit and Control require town boards to sign and inspect all vouchers coming into the town for payment, to number and total amounts from each fund. Therefore, be it resolved that the town board authorize the following vouchers paid. General, $34,994.47. Highway, $65,716.34. Phoenicia Water, $7,793.28. Pine Hill Water, $72.44. Phoenicia Lights, $1,104.48. Chichester Lights, $150.45. Pine Hill Lights, $616.11. The total is $110,447.57, and move its adoption. I'll second that.
Board Member Bernstein?
Yes.
Board Member Higley?
Yes.
Board Member Moore?
Yes.
Board Member Storms?
Yes.
Supervisor Taylor?
Yes. And that's the end of the resolution.
Question.
Yes.
On your salaries, just for clarity now, okay, I know what the situation is. Heidi Clark, Assessor Chairman, $33,000. Then you go on and Chairman of the Board of Assessors, you pass another resolution for another $33,000, where that should have been combined with the first one. It makes it look like you're paying her the second $33,000 to be chairman.
Well, we can withdraw that, but the second resolution is more
Right.
about her appointment as the
I
official
just-
chairman.
Toss it out there for clarity.
Which one is that, Dennis?
Can we add that in the
Is
other
it,
one?
we're just reiterating her salary twice. We
Yeah.
announced
Yeah,
it.
instead of the second one should have been involved with the first one, and both of them should combine. And the second one I wanted to bring to your attention, ambulance drivers, you have Ernest Loney Jr. on your list.
Yes.
He refused to fill out a job application, so how is he
That's a
hired?
personnel matter that needs to be discussed with Mr. Junior. And that
Hasn't
would
done the
be-
paperwork.
That would be Mr. Yeah, the ambulance administrator.
Right, I just
These
wanted to
are the
bring that-
names that I was given.
so, because when he was employed before, he resigned because he went down
I
south.
understand.
What do you want to do with that one? You want me to combine that with the other?
Yeah, we can talk about that. You just need to pull out the salary figures.
Okay.
Open public.
I wanted to announce something that appeared in last week's Daily Freeman, a notice from the Shandaken Planning Board, notice of public hearing for special use and site plan permits for the application of Crossroads Ventures. Basically, the planning board holding a public hearing on special use and site plan permitting for the proposed Bel Air Resort. And the notice gives the date of the public hearing as January 12th, or as soon thereafter as the matter may come to be heard, at 6 p.m. So I wanted to make that announcement more public than it may have been in the classified sections of last week's Daily Freeman. And also mention that although it is legal to hold a public hearing prior to the completion of the secret process, the secret process on this has not been completed, and therefore the planning board should not come to any conclusions prior to the secret process being completed. In addition, this way of noticing a hearing means that it becomes very confusing to the public if they don't hold it on January 12th, if there's some reason that there's another date chosen as the, quote, as soon thereafter as the matter may come to be heard. And so I would ask this board to work with the planning board to help make sure that the public has all the opportunities to know what hearings are being held on this matter, when they're being held, where they're being held. When I looked last week, I haven't had a chance to look again today, this meeting was not listed on the town's calendar, on the town website calendar. So Monday is an unusual day for planning board meetings. The planning board usually holds its meetings on Wednesdays, workshops on Tuesdays. So to make sure that the public has every opportunity, this is for people who have concerns about those permits. To make sure that people who have those concerns have a chance to participate in this review, be really important for the town board to assist the planning board in getting the word out on these hearings and the dates.
Okay, she did, yeah, she wasn't in today to give me anything on that, so I'll just take it off hers and just do it. But she did send certified letters to all the surrounding people in that area and all that, so, you know, certified announcements, certified mail, so.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I'll make sure that's up.
And just, the board has been very good about not interfering on activities of the planning board, letting them be their own entity. Again, they did hire their own attorney to assist them in the processes and procedures, so I can bring that up with the planning board if you see fit. So.
Okay, thank you.
Any other public comments? You know, I saw you coming late. I thought we were going to get away from it this month. I was pulling out a sheet of paper too. It's got notes. So we don't get sidetracked.
About 2 months ago, I had the engineers down at the water plant to check on where they could, thank you, where they could go up and look at, to put the hole in the roof for the pump. While they were up there, and this, we had to get a ladder from the highway department. It's about a 12-foot with a hatch. While they were up there, they noticed that there were mice up there, so they said, Rick, we better get somebody in here to take care of the mice because of they're eating the wires. So I called Al Peavy and told him. Then I called the ABC Pest, which is the cheapest one. I use them in my business. They're cheaper than anybody else. The night of the meeting, the last night of the meeting, I'm sitting back there with Al Peavy, and Mr. Bernstein comes running up, oh, we got a problem, mouse traps. And so Al asked me about it, I explained to him, and I assumed he went back to Mr. Bernstein. But obviously, it didn't happen. When I was pulling in with the truck to go to the office, Mr. Bernstein grabbed a hold of me with a voucher, $200 for mouse traps. I could do it for $100, and that's too much money, and going on and on about this after the month before. Now, I don't know how to explain to him that, you know, I have to get somebody who's bonded, who has insurance. They had to go up in a hatch. He wanted me to do it, to go up the ladder in the hatch and put the mouse traps up. And it's just not 3 mouse traps. These were, I can't use poison there because of the water situation. If one of these mice gets into the water system, you know, we've got the school there for kindergarten to 3. You know, you have to be careful with that, so you have to get a professional in there to do it. So they charged me $300, and he was all upset over or $200, excuse me. He could do it for $100. Didn't you say that, Mr. Bernstein?
I can't work for the
No, of course not.
I do it for $20.
20 bucks. But anyway, here's the situation. Then we're working over on South Street. Luckily, young Neil Grant found a leak over there, so we were working there, and the men were telling me that he's up spying on him, looking at the parking lot, watching him. Now this is ridiculous. You know, come on. You know, we're grown men here, you're spying on the, I don't understand this stuff.
When was this date?
This was back about 6 weeks ago. We had a leak over on South Street, and the men were saying you were up by the Phoenician there looking, watching them.
I'd have to say they were wrong.
Well, I'm just telling you what they told me. I didn't see you, but if you were up there, it's you know, I don't understand it. Well, you know.
Well, curse it from your mind because I wasn't.
Okay, because you know, we're not doing anything illegal, or you know, we're trying to you know, do work for the water district, and we just keep plugging along. I don't know what you expect of me and the water company.
Well, I got my problems with it, but I'm not going to discuss it here now. You want to sit down with me and?
No, I don't want to sit down with you.
I know you don't.
I'm not going to sit down with you.
Good.
And also, my son had to go down there Christmas Day to put filters in. Christmas Day for 10, 12 bucks an hour. That you're worried about these. Do we have a big? Is it a $700, $800 a month? No. You know,
I'm worried about the taxpayers in this town. That's the job that I've had. That's what I've done for the last 7 years, Rick. And if I look about,
I've been in the black for
find out that I
I've been
can
in the
save
black for
somebody
25
$100.
years at this job. I've been under budget every year except for one when you tried to micromanage my department, pay $16,000 for a stone wall. That's all I have to say.
Any other comments? No further comments? I asked if we, and this was actually saddening news. Many people out there who have used the recycling center in the past may remember Joe Rotella Sr. He was working in the recycling center for a number of years here. Sadly, we lost him during December. So, with that being said, I'd like to adjourn the meeting in memory of Joseph Rotella Sr. and Lynn Swenson. Entertain a motion to adjourn.
6 o'clock. I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
Second. Favor? Have a safe 2015, everybody.
Thank you.
I act up like that, I never say anything big.
I didn't know the exact date. Well, it was on our calendar. downstairs.
The only thing she ever got was that.
But I guess I'll have to start coming up there. Or so that I know. You guys meet?
Yeah, you know, I just saw it somewhere.
I mean, I did not request, I guess I'm.
Susan actually pointed out to me, I shouldn't say that